Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Weird Beard Brew Co and Northern Monk Brewing Company. And it's the collaborative brew Bad Habit Belgian Tripel, coming in at 8.6% ABV in a 330ml bottle. And there's a picture of a bad looking monk. I love the artwork from Weird Beard. I think it's great. There's the bottle cap. It's all, a lot of these little men faces, skulls on the bottom, they're all very different from one another, but they all kind of somehow explain the brew. Obviously this is a hooded monk, or designed to be, and the hoppy beers have got kind of fruit coming out of his eyes, and yeah, it's all good fun. Beer, let's get it open. Wow, look at that. Look at it rising up slowly. Time to get my glass. That was some cracking smoke. Wow, this is a very, very lively beer. But Belgian Tripel, any kind of Belgian ale, a lot of the German styles, it's the way they brew. They're very carbonated, but the head's dissipating quite quickly. Beer in the glass then. Lovely carbonation rushing from the bottom of the glass. Clear beer. We've not added the, I'm imagining there's some sediment in there. We've not added the sediment yet. It's a 2-finger slightly off white head. The camera's picking it up as white, but it is slightly off. Golden coloured, amber coloured beer there, nice and clean and clear. Let's get a nose on the beer. Yeah, and without, if that didn't have a label on, and it didn't have the Weird Beard cap on, it was just in a regular bottle with no label, you'd be thinking to yourself, ooh, this smells just like a Belgian Tripel, which is what they're aiming for. So they got the aroma right. Okay, it is a bottle conditioned beer. Look at that. Lovely stuff. You could probably tell from here, if I didn't tell you what it was and I just poured it out and held it there, you would probably guess it being a Belgian Tripel. Now, different beer entirely. It's cloudy, it's unfiltered, it looks great. I gotta dig into this one, I've been talking too long. Cheers. Wow. Oh. Blimey. Rasping bitterness, rasping carbonation. Just gives you this almost horrendous kind of, it's right there, you're thinking, any more and I'm gonna fall on the floor. It's so powerful. Blimey, stone the crows. Oh, I'm asking myself, do I want to do that again? Of course I do. Oh. Wow. Oh. That is just one crazy experience. Honestly, it looks really bad. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder here, or whatever it is they call them, view cam, and I'm thinking, oh my god, look at my face. But inside is this monumental kind of excitement coming out of this brew. Pardon me, it's very carbonated. Okay, it's very lively. It's unbelievably sharp up front. It's unbelievably bitter. It's like the yeast strain. Do you know, if they kind of ramped up a Belgian yeast strain 4 times what you regularly get, and they give it pow, because the yeast strain in a Belgian Trappist beer and some of the German beers is strong, it is prominent, but it's like it's been ramped up 4 times in this kind of unbelievable stuff, unbelievable stuff. I need a second to take a breath. I need to start pulling some flavours out of this beer, but it's all about this big rasping experience that kicks your senses, your taste senses, your kind of ability to stand up senses. It kicks it all round in your mind, and you're thinking, if I was asleep or half asleep before I reviewed this beer, I am awake now. Let's try and calm down then. Let's go. Loads of clementine, loads of lemon, loads of spice. I think it's just a crazily kind of spiced up beer, and this beer is not for, if you're just getting into craft beer and you've seen this on the shelf and you go, oh, that looks really cool, really cool, I'm gonna buy that. I've just finished drinking, I've had enough of Foster's, I'm gonna get into craft beer. I've had 1 or 2, but I'm gonna get into craft beer. Put it back. Put it back. It might ruin your experience with craft beer, and it might drive you back into the arms of evil Foster's. But on a serious note, if you've kind of had a few Belgian Tripels, or if you're an experienced craft beer drinker, go out and buy this. It's cracking, it really is. Let's get back to the review. I was pulling flavours. My palate adjusted immensely to this beer now, to the point where I've got 2 beers to do after this, and I'm wondering whether I put them all in the right order. This beer might have kind of smashed my palate to smithereens, because your palate adjusts to certain levels of beer, because your brain wants to, or you're screaming inside to tell your brain to kind of pull the flavours from the beer, so your palate adjusts to the immense senses. It's the senses. It's you kind of wow, it's so carbonated, and wow, it's so kind of times 4. The yeast, that Belgian yeast strain, it really is ramped up times 4 in this beer. Again, it's not a bad thing. It's gotten to the point now where I've had a few tastes, and yes, I'm kind of loving it more than I was loving it before. But now I'm picking up raisin. Now I'm picking up a dried pepper, a lemon, a mango, a bit of apricot. It's strange, I know. A bit of banana. But I love it. I love it. What I love about this beer, I've got to be quick, I know the review's dragging on. What I love about this beer is the fact that before I was going to review beer tonight, it's Saturday night, I've got the house to myself, I'm thinking, I got beer reviews to do, shall I put a film on? Shall I do the beer reviews tomorrow? I'm so glad, because I'm slightly tired. I made the decision to review this beer tonight, because after the hard week in work, it's brought me right back on my toes. I'm right back there it's like an enthusiastic Monday morning all over again. Okay, rating then for Weird Beard and Northern Monk Brew Co. Bad Habit, a Belgian Tripel at 8.6% ABV. It's good. It's good. After that initial shock, that real initial shock and kind of face-pulling experience, my palate adjusted, and it's adjusted to something which is refined. It's a bit rough around the edges. It is a bit kind of if you can handle that, if you like that, if you like to push the boundaries with beer, if you like to kind of, I mean, why drink the same mundane beer week in and week out? I'll have a pint of Carlin, please. Why do that? Go out and try different things. Not necessarily this straight away, but I like to challenge myself. I like to drink different beers. I like to try different styles. If a new style come out with all sorts of stuff, including wood lice in, I'll drink it. I'll go for it. This beer for me, this gets a 9 out of 10 just for my reaction. This gets a 9 out of 10 for my facial reaction. I've seen it myself in the camera. 9 out of 10. It's a phenomenal beer. It's something which probably puts Weird Beard now in my top 5 breweries in the UK. I've tried IPAs, pale ales, Belgian beers, Belgian triples, all sorts of different styles from Weird Beard, and not one of them has let me down. They've all been fantastic, and to the point where I cannot wait until they bring out their next beer for me to review. It's good stuff. Thanks for watching me read out craft beer. Put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to my daily beer reviews, and cheers.